What's going on, guys? It's Scotty. Good morning, Facebook. I have a message for you guys, and I'll try to keep it brief. You guys know how I am. But I have, I believe, a very powerful message in the fact that many times in life we see like, I got a cloud now. We see kind of the highlight reel of somebody's life. We don't see the behind the scenes struggles. So this message I have for you guys is pretty important, I believe. But one of the things I'm going to share with you guys is, I'll put the link later in, but in my blog, you're going to see over the next week 8, 9, 10 transformation stories. And it's going to be of a few of my friends from our Challenge Accountability Group. We have Laird Smith, Gordon Campbell, Lee Anderson, Froso, we have Thomas, we have Penny, we have Hannah, and we have Jan, and then we have myself. All people who have completed their program, submitted their results, and you're going to see those. I've only got 2 of them up right now, working on the 3rd one today, so each day I will be putting one up. So you'll be able to check those out at scottyhobbs.com, transformations tab. You'll see thousands of them there, but where there's going to be that many new ones, 9 new ones in the next just week. And I'm pretty proud of that. Something that I take a lot of pride in is seeing somebody transform their life. So, but I'm going to talk about my transformation specifically right here. I was also going to recommend a book that I'm currently reading. I've read it before. If you want to change your life, read or listen to The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. I have the honor to listen to her in Las Vegas in November after I get back from London and being at a keynote speech with her. But read that book, it'll change your life. I've seen it work in my wife's life recently. She listened to the audiobook and immediately created a YouTube channel. Like she 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and created a YouTube channel, and she took that step that she's been kind of afraid to do. So read that book if you're struggling with doing the things that you know that you're supposed to do. So this message to fathers that I want to give today is, guys, I want you guys to imagine, like I have 3 daughters and 2 sons. I want you to imagine not being able to give your daughter a hug, not being able to lift her up, not being able to give her a hug. She's standing there looking at you, even puts her arms up, and you cannot lift her up. You cannot pick her up. Imagine walking into your daughter's school and you're going to see her presentation. She's in this PACE program. She's been working hard on this presentation. She wants you to come watch. You are coming to watch it, and you have her presentation stuff. You come with your wife. There's a laundry basket full of her presentation and materials, and you cannot carry it. And you have to walk through the school in front of all the teachers and all the students as your wife carries this huge thing, and you're just kind of walking there. Okay? And she's carrying that oversized thing, box of materials. I want you guys to imagine being in the hallway at church, and you have a screaming baby, like a screaming 18-month-old baby on the floor throwing a fit, and you can't even pick them up, and he's just throwing himself all over the floor. You can't even lift him up, and he's just at your feet, and people are walking past you. Imagine being at the elementary carnival, like packed with parents and kids and all the activities, the little fishing pond thing, and your 18-month-old decides that this is done. He doesn't want to walk out of the room, so he throws himself on the floor, and you can't get him out of the room. Like, people are walking by, he's just on the floor, and you can't pick him up. Like, guys, that was me from January until March of this year. And you guys, you see with social media, maybe back in January through March, you saw me with 2 slings on my arms. And even just with social media or more television in the past, we see only the highlight reel of somebody's life. We see what's happening on stage, but not really what's happening behind the stage. And as I was looking for my before pictures, because I just completed 2 programs, guys, there wasn't too much of a difference in the pictures. There's a difference, right? I'll admit that. But you can visually see a sadness or a sense of defeat in my face just 4 months ago. So I have these photos, and I'm writing a blog post about it, and you'll be able to see them. I have like a back one, a front, and a side view of this. And like, there's a difference, I'll admit that, but I can see the sense of defeat, the sense of sadness in myself. And I'm writing like this blog post, I'm talking to you guys on this video today, not so that you guys can feel bad for me or feel bad for yourself in a sense, but so that you realize that each and every single one of us are humans. We all have these emotions, we're all human. And guys, about and if you're new to following me or you're not sure what went on, about 1.5 years ago, I got a small tear, a minuscule tear in my right bicep tendon that was never able to be healed because my 5th baby, he was super fussy. He's amazing now, but he was super fussy and he always needed to be held. So right after I got this tear, I had to always hold my baby, and I would bounce him like this. And because I was always bouncing him, that tear was never able to heal, and it progressively got worse. And so I overcompensated with doing everything with my left arm, because sooner or later I could not function at all with my right hand. And then funny enough, the same thing happened. I damaged my left arm, and it's the only arm I had, and it's the only thing I could use, and it slowly got damaged even worse, and I developed what's called a tendinopathy. So a tendinopathy, and maybe someone didn't struggle with this, and maybe I can help them with this. It's called, a tendinopathy is a disease of the tendon, where it begins to apathy, it begins to go, like, it just begins to, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but it's a disease of the tendon, and I got it in both arms. So beginning of the year, guys, like the facts about me, like what I could do, what I couldn't do, and there's a lot of messages and things I could talk about this, is I could no longer lift my kids. I could no longer pour a gallon of milk into my child's cereal bowl. I couldn't put the baby into the car seat. I couldn't really massage my wife's feet anymore. I couldn't work out, and I couldn't help my wife. Like she loves organizing and doing all that stuff in the house. I could no longer help her throw things into the back of the truck to take off to the thrift store. I couldn't even lift a dinner plate out of the dishwasher and put it in the cupboard. And the list can go on and on those things. Deteriorate, that's the word, Todd, thank you. My tendon was continuing to deteriorate. And so that list goes on, and I wanted to share the things that helped me be able to heal and be able to accomplish the things that I've been able to accomplish since the beginning of this year, because that was just this past year. And I'm grateful for some friends. I've had some friends that sometimes after I do a video, they reach out to me and they say, Scotty, are you okay? There was something off about you. And it's because I've struggled with these things over the past year. I continue to show up, do the best I can. Like during that time, I couldn't work out, so I would ride a bike, I would run, I would jog with 2 slings on. I would do whatever I could. But I'm going to share what the things that we've been able to do since doing that. And I'll share one of the things that I did medically, but I've been able to complete a 30-day round of Core de Force modified. I couldn't do the push-ups, but I could punch and kick and do that, and I did that with my daughter, and I did that with her early in the mornings. So I was able to do that, and then recently I just completed 2 rounds of the Shift Shop. That was an amazing program with Chris Downing. And then I just barely completed a week of hard labor with my boy Sagi Kalev. So the things that I want to share, I think there's 4 things I want to talk about and share. The number one thing that I did is thanks to my friend Kaylinda Snar at a Beachbody Super Saturday. She was talking to me about my issue, and she's a professional. She's a physician's assistant, and she talked to me about PRP injections, which is a platelet-rich plasma injections. So I studied that, researched that, and decided to do that. So it's where they take the platelet-rich plasma out of your blood, they damage your tendons even more with a needle, and then they inject the blood back in because your tendon doesn't have blood flow. They inject it in there and into the damaged tendon so that it can begin to heal. So I did that, okay? After that, I was not able to do anything. I had the specific rules I had to follow for like 8 to 12 weeks of not even lifting a coffee mug or a plate. So I literally had to do nothing. And that's what I talked about at the beginning of this video. And I went to Rehab Authority in Idaho Falls with Dr. Nate Hunsaker. They helped me out with PT exercises. A lot of things I already knew, but I needed that so that they could control me so I didn't overwork myself, and that I could take it really slow. I mean, I started with like 2.5 pound weights, then to 4 pound weights, then to 5 pound weights, and they really controlled me there. So they definitely, what I love about them is they definitely put the patient before the money. I was scheduled to do 12 weeks there. He saw that I was following what he was teaching, and I only needed to go 4 times. And then I continued what they taught me at my home. So that's a shout out to that company for here in Idaho Falls for that, putting patients' needs before just bringing me in, because the doctor told them that I should be there for 12 weeks, they really helped me not to push forward and damage that healing even more. So the next thing I did was a modified, like I said, a modified version of Core de Force. It's a mixed martial arts program, super fun. And I did it with my 10-year-old daughter for 30 days every single morning. And then, like I said, after I finished that, I did 2 rounds of the Shift Shop with Chris Downing. And then I did 1 week of hard labor. And that workout was probably the funnest workout, hardest workout that I've ever done. And I cannot go without saying the accountability of our challenge group. I named 8 people at the beginning of this video that completed their transformation start to finish with me, and there's many more that are finishing in the next few weeks. So shout out to both my UK fitness accountability group that I've been working with. I love you guys, and you guys showing up every day really helped me through that time, even though you guys never knew some of those struggles I was going through. Now you know that you guys helped me a lot. And also on my challenge tracker app, I've been running challenge groups, and they've helped me a ton as well with what they're doing, and really seeing my coaches lead those groups and help keep me motivated as well. So the fourth thing that I did is a little bit maybe new to some of you guys, is a meditation. Like I studied a lot of things about meditation, and guys, I'll just be honest with you, I would lay in a hot bath at night, every single night, and I meditated, seeing and visualizing that my tendons were growing stronger and healing every single day. And I want you guys to know, like before I had my procedure, I could no longer do, could do 30 pull-ups. I couldn't even do 1 anymore. Like, it had gotten so bad. I went from 184 pounds down to 158 pounds of just losing muscle, and kind of feeling depressed that I couldn't work out anymore, and not eating properly, and getting malnourished in that way. So I meditated through that. And one thing I learned in the beginning of the phase is that I was indeed, and I would never admit this before, an emotional eater. Like, I was eating treats every single day after my procedure of the PRP, when I couldn't work out, or when I couldn't lift as much as a coffee mug. And guys, like, I have change that. Like, that's one thing that I've noticed that I've been able to change in the last 4 or 5 months. So if you guys struggle with emotional eating, I know what it's like. I didn't want to admit it, but I was like picking up a box of Mike and Ike's, or what's the other one I love? Good and Plenty's, like every single day, an entire box, and I would just eat the whole thing. I would grab a huge Jamba Juice Razzmatazz every single day during that time, when I was struggling emotionally with not being able to work out. So I've been able to master that. I've been really amazing at that. So these things that I've shared with you have really helped with that. So, and the help of the accountability group. So guys, I'm putting this out there for accountability, to let you guys know that you're not alone. And I feel blessed that this is our only health issue, hopefully, right, in our family right now. Is there could be far worse things. I know many people in my life and in my family that are going through far worse things than we're going through. But I'm declaring to you guys and to the world that we're gonna find a way to heal properly, continually to heal properly, and with the time, and that I will continue to overcome my desire to eat treats all the time, or to participate in habits that are not healthy or don't help me become a better version of myself. And that's what my role as a coach is, to figure that out in my life and be able to help connect the dots for you guys in your life. So my invite to you guys is, if you're sitting on the sideline, you're waiting and you're ready to start, like every single month, guys, don't wait for me. Some of you guys I've had many private conversations with, some of you guys I have not. But I want to invite you to reach out to me and just say, like, I want in, man. Like, I need to change. I need to make some changes in my life. I want to be a part of this. Come be a part of the group with us. And if you want another testimonial, if mine's not enough for you at this moment, watch the live video I did yesterday with my buddy Chris. He's gone from 378 pounds and lost 37 pounds in the last 3 months in that accountability group. And you can just see his demeanor changing, and he's gone from an angry person to a person full of joy and happiness and bringing light to other people. And he still has a long way to go on his journey. So Guys, I love what I do, and this is just me inviting you to ask me about it, to be a part of the journey with us, because we're going to continue I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life, helping people change through meditation, through reading good books, through staying accountable, connecting yourself with other people that are going to lift you up, and living a healthy lifestyle. Obesity epidemic is going crazy everywhere, and like, it may be a part of your family or your life, and if it's not for you, like, connect your friends with us. We want to help them, and we want to help them get the results that they need, and to be able to change their life so they can live. I don't believe that God put us in this world so we can be miserable. So let's help change that. Okay, I love you guys. If this helps you, please share with somebody else. If you want the link to my blog post and see the before-after pictures from my miserable, kind of depressed state earlier this year to where I'm at right now, comment below, and I'll drop the link when I finish writing it today. Love you guys. Have an incredible day, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.